means by which the sovereign interdicts and encourages are rewards and punishments. Rewards follow merits, punishments follow crimes. Hence, one cannot but be cautious in discussing merits and investigating crimes. Hence, if rewards elevate and punishments degrade, but the superiors have no certain knowledge of their way, this is like having no way at all. All those who understand the way rely on power of authority and methods. Hence, former kings did not rely on strength, but relied on power of authority. They did not rely on trustworthiness, but relied on methods. Now, when a seed of fleabane meets a whirlwind and is carried for thousands of miles, it is because it took advantage of the wind's power. When the measurer of abysses is able to know the depth of 1,000 ren, it is because he employed the method of hanging a rope. Hence, he who relies on power will arrive even at a distant location. He who keeps his methods will measure even the deepest abyss. Now in the darkness of night, however huge mountains may be, even Li Lo could not see them. Yet in the brightness of daylight he will distinguish flying birds above and an autumn hare below. Thus, the eye's ability to see relies on the power of the sun. He who attained the utmost power of authority does not impeach officials, yet they are clean. He arrays the methods, and every matter is performed appropriately. Nowadays, the ruler relies on many officials and numerous clerks. To monitor them, he establishes assistants and supervisors. Assistants are installed and supervisors are established to prohibit officials from pursuing personal profit. Yet assistants and supervisors also seek profit, so how will they be able to prohibit each other? Hence, orderly rule that is attained through relying on assistants and supervisors is orderly rule that barely survives. He who comprehends methods acts differently. He separates the officials' powers and makes their ways difficult. Hence it is said, if power makes concealing difficult, even Zhu will do no wrong. Therefore, the former kings esteemed power. Some say, the sovereign should respond to things by employing emptiness and staying behind. Then things will be duly examined. When they are examined, the vicious will be apprehended. I, your minister, consider this wrong. After all, officials monopolize authority and decide on affairs 1,000 li away, and in the 12th month they prepare a report to be approved in the capital. The affairs of the whole year are to be separately checked, but the sovereign listens to them only once. Even when he sees something suspicious, he cannot render a decision if he lacks appropriate evidence. After all, when things approach, an eye cannot but see them. When words are compelling, an ear cannot but hear them. Therefore, the regulations of the ordered states are such that the people cannot escape punishment, just as whatever the eye has seen cannot escape one's mind. Yet nowadays, in disordered states, this is not so. They rely on manifold officials and numerous clerks. Yet though the clerks are numerous, their essence is the same, and those whose essence is the same cannot supervise each other. Therefore, the former kings safeguarded themselves by making the officials' benefits different and disadvantages unequal. Thus, under the utmost orderly rule, husband and wife, friends and associates cannot discard each other's evil and conceal each other's wrongdoing. Yet the relatives do not consider this harmful. It is because the people cannot cover up for each other. The superiors and their underlings deal with the same man, but their benefits differ. Now should the overseer of horses and the game warden supervise each other, it will be impermissible, because they deal with the same matter, yet their benefits are identical. Yet, were horses and birds able to speak, then the overseer of horses and the game warden would not be able to escape the consequences of their wrongdoing. This is because their benefits are different from those of horses and birds. When the benefits are the same, and the disadvantages are identical, the father will not be able to interrogate his son. The ruler will not be able to interrogate his subject. Officials and other officials, their benefits are the same, and their disadvantages are identical. Thus, letting those who deal with the same matter have different benefits is the starting point of the former kings. Then, even if the people cover up things from their sovereign, he is not harmed by the concealment. The worthies cannot add to this, the unworthy cannot detract from this. Hence, to abandon worthiness and discard knowledge are the method of orderly rule.